Once upon a time, in a small town not too different from yours, there lived a man named Marcus. Marcus was not a philosopher or scholar, but an ordinary person like you and me. He worked a regular job, had a family, and faced the same struggles that many of us do every day. But what made Marcus different was his way of thinking. He had discovered something powerful, a philosophy that helped him stay calm, strong, and happy no matter what life threw at him. That philosophy was Stoicism. Marcus had not always been this way. There was a time when he would get upset over small things. Traffic jams, rude coworkers, or unexpected bills. He would worry about the future and regret the past. But one day, he stumbled upon an old book in a library. It was written by a philosopher named Seneca, a man who had lived centuries ago but whose words still felt alive. The book talked about Stoicism, a way of life that teaches us how to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. At first, Marcus found it hard to understand. The ideas seemed simple, but applying them in daily life was not easy. So he decided to take it step by step. He started with the most basic Stoic principle, the difference between what is in our control and what is not. He realized that most of his suffering came from trying to control things that were outside his power, like other people's opinions, the weather, or accidents. So Marcus made a promise to himself. Every morning he would remind himself of this simple truth. Some things are up to me, and some things are not. When he got stuck in traffic, instead of shouting and getting angry, he took a deep breath. He could not control the traffic, but he could control his reaction. He chose to stay calm and use the time to listen to music or think about his day. Another Stoic practice Marcus adopted was negative visualization. This meant imagining the worst-case scenario in advance, not to scare himself, but to prepare his mind. One day, his boss called him into the office and told him that the company was cutting costs and Marcus might lose his job. The old Marcus would have panicked, but the new Marcus had already thought about this possibility. He had asked himself, what if I lose my job? How will I handle it? Because he had prepared himself mentally, he was able to stay composed. He started looking for new opportunities right away instead of drowning in fear. Marcus also learned the value of focusing on the present moment. The Stoics believe that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have is the present. When Marcus spent time with his family, he made sure to really be there, not lost in thoughts about work or other worries. He practiced gratitude, taking time every evening to reflect on 3 good things that had happened that day. Some days those things were small: a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger, or a beautiful sunset. But by focusing on them, he trained his mind to see the good in life. One of the hardest lessons for Marcus was dealing with difficult people. The Stoics taught that people act according to their own understanding, and if someone is rude or unfair, it is because they do not know better. Marcus remembered this when a coworker blamed him for a mistake he did not make. Instead of reacting with anger, he reminded himself that the coworker was probably stressed or unhappy. He chose to respond with patience, and over time, their relationship improved. Of course, Marcus was not perfect. There were days when he forgot his Stoic principles and fell back into old habits. But he did not judge himself harshly. The Stoics believed that progress, not perfection, was the goal. Every setback was a chance to learn and grow stronger. As months passed, Marcus noticed a change in himself. He felt lighter, more at peace. Problems that once seemed huge now felt manageable. He was not free from hardships. Life still brought challenges, but he faced them with a calm and steady mind. His family and friends noticed too. They asked him what had changed, and he told them about Stoicism. Some of them laughed, thinking it was just old philosophy with no real use. But others, like Marcus, gave it a try and found it just as helpful. The story of Marcus is not unique. For thousands of years, people from all walks of life have turned to Stoicism to find strength and wisdom. The beauty of this philosophy is that it does not require wealth, fame, or special talents. It is available to anyone, at any time. You do not need to be a scholar or a monk. You can be a student, a parent, a worker, anyone. So, how can you apply Stoicism in your daily life? Start small. Tomorrow morning, remind yourself of what is in your control and what is not. When something frustrating happens, pause and ask yourself, can I change this? If the answer is no, then focus on changing your reaction instead. Practice gratitude by noticing the good things around you, even the tiny ones. And when you face a difficult person or situation, try to see it as a test of your character, an opportunity to practice patience and kindness. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that life is easy. It is about facing reality with courage, wisdom, and a clear mind. The world will always have chaos, but Stoicism teaches us how to keep an inner peace that no storm can shake. Marcus still reads Seneca's letters from time to time, finding new lessons in them each time. He knows that Stoicism is a lifelong journey, not a quick fix. But with every step, he grows wiser, stronger, and more free. And if a man like Marcus can do it, so can you.